Today we are leaving on our journey from Martinique to St. Martin. It is about 260 nautical miles, so it should take us just over 2 days. So it's about, what time is it? 5:15, and we just left the coast of Martinique, well, about 5 miles ago, 3 miles ago, and yeah, the winds have picked up to around between 12 and 15 knots, and our speed's picked up from, and the wind is picked up from around 3 knots to around 15 knots. So the boat's having some fun out here, and there's like no waves. But yeah, we're doing about between 7 and 8.5 knots, and yeah, here's our wake. And this side. So yeah, the boat's having some fun, and we are about there. But yeah, so yeah, I'll update you in a couple of hours. And it's oh yeah, and it's just about sunset. You can see out there in the distance, it's a beautiful sunset. And yeah, so we'll talk to you in a bit. So it's 1 a.m. and we are about here on the chart. And yeah, we have 170 miles to go. So that's about 1 day. Yeah, about 24 hours, and we're going about 6 knots right now. And the winds are between 11 and 13 knots. So, but we're only doing around 6 knots because the waves are directly 90 degrees, so the boat's going like this, so it's not enough to keep the boom. The wind's not enough to keep the boom out, so it's just, the mainsail's kind of slopping around a little bit. You might be able to hear it behind you, but yeah, and out here's our wake. And yeah, so yeah, we'll talk to you in a couple of hours. So this is out my bedroom window, or one of my bedroom windows. It's the escape hatch, one of the escapes. You can see the other escape hatch, and this is between the hulls. So you can see out there. And if you look closely, when a big wave comes, you'll be able to see the keel underneath the water. So you could just see it there. We're going about 7 knots right now, so this is what it's like at 7 knots. What it looks like, and you can see out there. So it's about 2:30, 2:45, and it's we're doing great. We're doing about 5.5 to 6 knots and about 6 to 7 knots of wind. And that's true wind speed, and the apparent wind speed is even less. The apparent wind speed's between 3 and 4. So we're doing between 1.5 and 2 knots faster than the apparent wind speed. So that's really good. So about 5 minutes ago, we got a probably 150 to 200 pound Marlin up to the side of the boat, and it was probably between 6.5 and 7 feet. And we got it right up to the side of the boat and realized that it was too big to bring aboard. We didn't have enough room in the freezer or anything for it. So we cut the line once we got it up to the boat and let it off. We fought the thing for probably about 30 minutes. And yeah, it was a huge fish. We got it right up to the side of the boat. And yeah, the only thing is we were going about 5.5 to 6 knots and about 6 knots of wind, true wind speed, 6.5 knots of wind true, and the apparent wind speed was around 3 or 4, sometimes going up to 5. And then we got this fish on the line, the Marlin, and we furled in our jib. And we jibed back and forth and tapped a bunch of times and turned our engines on to try to get this fish, the Marlin, to the boat. And then we got it and we cut the line, and then we just got the jib unfurled back out and all trimmed up, and the mainsail all trimmed up again. And we tried to shut the engine off, and we were doing about 2 knots. So we can't get that rhythm going, because what happened before is we had a gust up to like 15, and that got us up to like 8.5 knots of boat speed, and then the wind slowly decreased down to like 8, and then 7, and then between 6 and 7 knots. So we were still going between 5.5 and 6 knots, and then we caught that fish. So, but yeah, you know, it was nice to have a little excitement. Woke everybody up a little bit. But yeah, and it's about 3:45 right now. And yeah. So it's 7:30 right now, and the sun's gone down. You can see the sun went down about a half hour ago, and here we are on the chart. We're right by Nevis, right off the windward side of Nevis, and there's St. Martin. 65 miles to go, so we should be there to make the 9 o'clock bridge tomorrow morning. And yeah, so we're going about 6 knots. As you can see, we're going about 6 knots and about 5 to 6 knots, 5 to 7 knots of wind. So we're going just about the speed of the wind, and doing pretty good, and we should be there in 10 hours and 23 minutes. So Well, that's it for this video. Make sure if you like my videos to subscribe to our channel. Just press on our faces on the bottom of the screen. And thank you for watching.